Hopping into our Quebec time machines nearing the month of August, the Hytale team dropped one of the most controversial yet promising blog posts yet. The Hytale team confirms we'll be getting new updates at the end of this year, and we all know how that went. But besides that, they announced a new content outlet. Over on their Twitter, the Hytale team has been consistent with weekly postcards from Orbis to delight us every Friday. So as you all see from the title, my name is Redunes, and let us dive right into all the postcards from Orbis we've seen thus far. Before we start though, let's be real, if you've already watched any of our previous videos, you already know what's coming next. The Hytale's News Discord! The Discord is a completely chill and relaxed environment to help us react to the community firsthand. In the Discord, we host monthly events. This month is the start of Hymas after all. And if you're watching before the 25th, you can enter into the daily giveaways right now. As always, you can join with the link down below. And now let us get into the video. Hopping into our time machines and traveling all the way back to our very first postcard back in September, we can see this image. And man, I can't tell you how much Hytale nailed it on the cake with this first ever postcard. We can see two skeletons and of course the third person view from an inspiring adventure. We can see the adventurer wielding what seems to be a cloud themed sword as well as a trusty shield. The two skeletons seem to be protecting what looks to be an earth crystal. And look at that, stalagmite, or however you say it. This image is a great way to kick off the first postcard from Orbis. Moving into our second postcard, of quite a many coming up, we got a great look at Sandstorm in Zone 2. I just love how the buildings fade into the distance as the sandstorm just tears through this biome. Not only is geology a key part in this image, taking a look at the character, we can notice a staff of some sort. Something that is extremely similar to the one we saw during the reveal trailer. I also gotta say, I love this adventurer's attire. It matches perfectly with the Zone 2 biome. Mods-Horn enthusiasts rejoice! And you know what we're talking about. Tabuda Cat. This week's postcard image is last for the month of December, but definitely not the least. We get to see a Mods-Horn up close, and perhaps a little too close for some. The Mods-Horn seems to be inhabiting the ghost forest we've seen from the past blog post, munching on some fresh vegetation. This screenshot is fantastic, and it makes me want to see what these big guys' animations have in store for us. We'll just have to wait and see. Moving into October now, the images just keep getting better. Following the same weapon tradition, we see an adventurer wielding a cloud-themed bow. Keen eye, Hytale enthusiasts notice a mob in the background. Taking a closer look, we can see a goat, as well as a baby goat. I just love the little horns on that one. Truly adorable. We can also notice vines growing on these trees, which we haven't noticed before. A neat little addition. Before we head into the rest of the video, we have a special sponsor for today. This may actually interest you, and that's none other than server.pro. Server.pro offers an exceptional service for Minecraft hosting and soon to be Hytale hosting. They have many things they offer. They're a complete control panel built from the ground up, which provides custom host names and even support for scripting and modding. Right now, you guys can go over to server.pro and get a Minecraft server completely free, which can seamlessly migrate over to Hytale at launch. Be sure to use the link down below in the description to get your free server today. Lastly, we feel you should all know that server.pro has now released their new VPS service, which you can try out now for a very affordable price. And now, let's get back into the video. This next image is a bit more fitting for the month of October, and it does not disappoint. We get to see our first look in a while of everyone's favorite spooky mob, the Void Eyes. Not only is the massive Void Eyes the highlight of this image, but just take a look at that adventurer's armor. It's absolutely fascinating to see different armor types incorporated with each other. The player also seems to be holding a mace as well as different type of torch we haven't seen much of. I gotta say, this has to be one of my favorite images yet. Let us know which one is your favorite down in the comments below. Continuing with the October theme, the next image brings us to a pumpkin patch. I love all the new blocks we see, from the roof blocks to the door. Hytale does not disappoint. You can also notice different sizes of wood blocks coming out of the more traditional wooden logs, as well as we can notice a wheelbarrow which we could presume to be somewhat interactable. Alright, nearing the end of October, now we get to see a Mage's Tower soaring into the distance. Keeping with the tradition of cloud-themed weaponry, this adventure is wielding what seems to be the same class set, but of an axe. Looking closely at the Mage's Tower, we can truly admire just how much effort is put into these prefabs. I wonder what monsters lay inside. To wrap up the month of October, the Hytale team delivers with their annual festive image. And wow, there is a lot to dive into. We can notice 4 different players or NPCs, as well as an owl statue near the foreground of the shot. We can also notice one of the players seems to be wearing a jack-o'-lantern, which could be wearable, similar to Minecraft, or actually built into the skin. We'll have to wait and see. I also love the bats we can notice in the top left image as well. Adds to the atmosphere. Moving into November now, we get another look at a prefab. A ruined hut which a traveler has discovered. We can notice a traveler attempting to rebuild this broken down shelter. There's not much we can see from this shot as the trees are obscuring the forest behind, but let's move on to the next image. This new screenshot takes us straight into the heart of Zone 3. With a snowstorm in full force, we get to see another dungeon prefab, which looks to be a ruined down tower guarded by icy skeletons. Spooky! There seems to be tons of barrels inside the broken tower. We can only assume these are filled with riches. Or at least stuff. But first, you will have to take out this fierce ice skeleton. I love his blue glow in a dim Zone 3 snowstorm. The next image got everyone's attention as we get our first look at their new water, and wow, it is so pretty. Not only the atmosphere from Zone 1 Evening Sky, but the water glistening as it flows down the river really seals the deal for this image. We can notice some more prefabs ruins on the left of the screen as well as the towering mountains near the right of the screen. This image truly is a masterpiece. Alright, moving into our next image, we get a look at an adventure mining deep in a cave. We get another look at the beautiful 3-dimensional ores, and I gotta say, I love how the candles are just sitting so perfectly on the stalagmites. It really brings character to the cave as a whole, and I'd love to decorate my cave base with those candles. We can also notice some pesky yet adorable little bats flying around in the background, as well as some glowing rock. Not sure what this is, but hopefully we can find out soon. Moving to the end of the postcards we've seen thus far, we get another special look at the autumn forest, and it's so pretty. There's not too much we haven't seen before in this image, other than a hole which appears to be inside the tree. I love how it appears to be a carved out, perhaps someone or something lives inside of it. I don't know, but I'd love to set up a little camp there while I'm exploring the world of Orbis. Whew! We made it to the end, finally! And this is probably my favorite yet. We finally get our first good look at the camels, and they are so adorable. We can tell that these two are different genders from their eyebrows, which points to perhaps more dynamic breeding, based on genders rather than just any mod. We'll have to wait and see, but this image definitely raises some eyebrows. You get it? Other than that, the adorable camels, we can see huge structures in the background edging the cliffside. These seem to be similar to the screenshots we've seen of the Farron cities. Perhaps this is where their civilization lies. And that wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you want to see from us next, and we hope you enjoy your stay on the Hytale fanbase. We appreciate all the fans that have stayed interested despite the long-awaited release date, and we're right here with you. As we get more and more postcards every Friday, make sure to join the Hytale's News Discord to be the first to know of when the new images release. Love you all, and see you in the next video.